Remain calm and assist family members or neighbors who may be vulnerable if exposed to extreme heat or cold. Locate a flashlight with batteries to use until power comes back on. Do not use candles, as this can cause a fire. Turn off sensitive electric equipment such as computers and television. Turn off major electric appliances that were on when the power went off. This will help to prevent power surges when electricity is restored. Keep your refrigerator and freezer doors closed as much as possible. Keep cold fans and do not use the stove to heat your home. This can cause a fire or kill gas.
Let's go. Move on. Starting. This is.
See what happens if nothing happens.
Alright, sure. Alright. Ready to speak.
Alright, what is your name? Yeah, you're holding it still. I'm trying to wiggle it.
Oh, listen.
Why? Listen.
Thank you, Ollie, for joining us today. We're gonna go through a few questions about the Ouija board experience that you just had.
Okay.
All right. Question number 1. Do you believe in ghosts or spirits?
Well, I think like most rational people, I don't really, tend to go along the paranormal route. I try not to believe in any of that stuff, but every now and then I think I find myself thinking there could be something.
No, I personally not. Did you get?
Do you believe in ghosts or spirits?
I think I believe in like a soul. I wouldn't really believe in ghosts, per se.
Yeah, I like to believe. And I think I'm the biggest believer out of all my roommates.
During the time with the Ouija board, did you ever control the board?
Yeah, I mean, group of friends hanging out, of course I'm gonna kind of mess around here and there.
No, I did not. So we had 2 rounds of Ouija board.
We had 2 sessions.
We had 2 Ouija board sessions, and in the first one, I didn't control anything because I was a gullible little boy. In the second session, I did start controlling it in the beginning, just for fun. But after that, I just got tired of it. Didn't control it anymore. Did you ever control it?
I controlled it a few times, just to kind of mess with my friends. I think they kind of knew. But I definitely didn't control it the entire time.
I did a few times.
You did.
Yeah, I did a few times.
The first and the second time.
I didn't do much. I didn't control on the second one.
Okay.
Overall, would you say it was a good experience?
Yeah, it was enjoyable. It was fun.
I would say so, yeah. I think there's a big stigma around it being, you know, overhyped almost. You know, it's supposed to be scary, it's supposed to be spooky. I think it was pretty fun. We had a good time.
Good time with my buddies.
It was fun just being with the friends, kind of joking around, making fun of each other. I would definitely do it again.
Oh yeah, I have a lot of fun.
Okay.
Did you ever feel like there was a presence or you felt in danger at any moment?
I can't say that it was strong enough to be something that, you know, would scare me.
No, not while I was playing. Most of the time when I was playing, I got spooked here and there, but it was just for fun. I know we were just moving around most of the time.
Danger?
Yeah.
Not really. The closest I felt to danger is probably the candles being really close.
When I play it, I don't feel any dangers.
But
after we play it, and recall it, I kind of do.
there were quite a few questions that during our time in the board, I don't think those guys knew the answer to. And they were personal to me. So that was a little weird.
After talking with Derek, you, Ali, some stuff just didn't add up.
After we were done playing, I think it's safe to say I definitely felt a presence.
Anything else?
For me personally, no, there's one more. In my closet light basically just turn on randomly. It doesn't turn off, it just turns on. I know I turn that shit off. Like, I know I turn it off.
So after we finished, and me and Jason had a small conversation about the Ouija board. And when we transfer information,
Mm-hmm.
I did a certain part and Jason did a certain part. Then there is some part we both didn't do it. Then we confirmed with you.
Mm-hmm.
But you also said you didn't do it.
That's correct.
In that times, if us three all didn't do it, then how does it land on right answer?
Right.
So that's kind of freaking me out. And
Okay.
also, in the question, you asked, how do we find you?
That's where it spelled out vent and then look.
And we never communicated before, and it is just our first time play.
Which, ironically enough, 2 months prior to getting the Ouija board, I had a dream of a hand coming out of an air vent in the house. And so it was kind of spooky that it was brought up during the Ouija board.
So we all decided to get up and investigate
We went out to check the vents.
in the laundry room first.
We just happened to have a UV light.
Mm-hmm.
Then we find weird mark
And these marks look like handprints.
coming from the garage door all the way up to the air vent on the ceiling.
There's also another larger vent in,
Placed in the hallway
yes,
by the foyer, correct?
yes. In this vent, we were using a UV light, by the way, to look for marks. We shined the light on the vent directly, and we saw
Like had something like dripping out of the air vent onto the floor, like claw marks, and it just went all the way down the hallway.
okay.
and it's linked all the way to where you sit, which is really strange.
It ended right where I was sitting at. I think because I was the one who asked that question. I was sitting in the living room, and this is a pretty good distance. It's not very close by, so it was clear as day. Even though it was they're only visible with the UV light.
After like we all three talked in the kitchen, then I do feel like some cold air just behind me.
And Derek mentioned that he felt really cold, and I also just felt really cold as well. And I swear I did not feel cold in that house for the past 2 months. July and August were pretty hot in the house. Was there anything during the time of the Ouija board that you just couldn't explain?
I wouldn't say during, but roughly 3 months ago, kind of before we started this, I had one altercation during my time at this house, and it was like 3:15 in the morning. So Wednesday morning, and my door had swung open, and I remember being freaked the fuck out. I texted my roommate immediately. I was like, "Yo, what is going on?" And outside, my roommate has a cat, and outside I saw the cat, and so I came to the conclusion that, okay, yeah, this cat must have kind of pushed my door.
I don't believe him because, like, come on, cats can't open doors.
I think Derek would know because he spends a lot of time at home with a cat. And
I don't think it is possible.
have you ever seen the cat open a door?
No,
So it's not a common occurrence.
I've never seen it. No.
He will not care to open his door.
Were there any other personal experiences that you felt personally?
There was one time I heard a drawer was open and closed on my
The guest bedroom?
the guest bedroom, which is literally next to me, next to my room.
Okay.
And originally I thought it's the cat like to open the drawer and goes in and out.
Mm-hmm.
So you make like the drawer like open and closing the sound. But just the sound end, and then the cat like a meow next to me. So I was like,
So it couldn't be the cat. It was
it
right
couldn't
next to
be
you.
the cat, and I don't know who opened the drawer and
Wow.
closed, which is very weird.
During the Ouija board experience, I distinctly remember us going to the attic. Can you recall that event?
I do. Yeah, we're about 3/4 of the way kind of through our session there, and basically just for a change of pace, I think I had asked a question like, should I go explore the attic? And it had kind of gone right to yes. So I'm like, okay, whatever. We go up there and we take a UV light. It's the four of us. And we've had this one chair.
Just a single chair chilling in that attic. And so it's one of those old, creepy chairs, too. Why would you need a single chair there?
It's been sitting in the attic at a very kind of weird angle. That's been there ever since we moved to this house. And so I don't think we've ever kind of gone and tried to shine a light on it. And so we had gone in there, and that's exactly what we did. And you'll see it on the video too. But there's a very distinct like splash on it. And it's colored red. Looks almost identical to blood. And so when we saw that, it was like, Jesus Christ. You know, what the fuck?
You saw a shadow. Is this true?
Yeah. I was sitting down watching TV, and from the corner of my eye on the hallway, I saw just a small, kind of like ovalish shadow.
A general shadow, a figure. It wasn't a humanoid. It wasn't animalistic. It didn't have legs, arms, or tails. Like you could tell, it was
Just slowly creep along the
bottom of the hallway wall, and it just disappeared when I tried to look at it. But I've never seen something like that before.
And at first I thought it was the cat, and it wasn't, because I went upstairs. The cat was locked in another room. So it wasn't possible for it to be the cat. And then immediately Suas told me,
That's exactly what I saw. That's the exact same thing at the exact same spot at 2 different occurrences. So that just kind of validated my belief that there is something here.